this is not the right time to plan on coming to Thailand. We don't know when this is going to end, so have show money worth 500,000 baht. Are you going to put that on a visa? This is not for your regular people. This is for the elite. I don't know if elite people watch YouTube. Health insurance that's worth 100,000 US dollars. Guys. Hello from the land of smiles. Thank you so much for coming back. If you're new here, Karibu Sana, and click on that subscribe button. This is me waiting for you to click on the subscribe button. Anyways, thank you so much for coming back, and thank you so much for visiting the channel. Now, if you've been watching this for the past, I think 6 weeks or so, I've been talking about teaching in Thailand, how you can get to teach here, why you should come teach here, the things you require and things like that. But unfortunately, I have to put a pause on that, you know, for obvious reasons, you know, like COVID has made traveling so difficult, you know. These days, you only travel if you have to, that is, if you're traveling out of your country of origin or your country of residence, you know. And so this is why I'm putting a pause on this, because as we speak, Thailand still has some restrictions on some international flights. There's also, it's still closed its borders per se, and also there's a state of emergency. We don't know when this is going to end, so I feel like this is not the appropriate time to actually travel. Only certain people are allowed to come into Thailand, and I'm going to tell you that in a bit. And so this is why I wanted to come to here today and just say that yes, you might want to come to Thailand and work here, but you need to put a pause on that just for a bit and see where all this is going to end up, okay? So the people who are allowed to come in are diplomats on diplomatic missions. And so if you're not a diplomat, you cannot travel. Actually, diplomats and their families. So girls and men, make sure you marry well, okay? Anyways, diplomats on diplomatic missions are allowed to come in, as well as foreigners who have Thai families. For example, if you're married to a Thai person, or if you are your parents are either foreign or Thai, then you're allowed to come in. The other people who are allowed to come in are workers who hold working permits in Thailand, and also medical tourists. You know, if you're coming here for medical treatment, you're allowed to come in. I don't know if this applies for cosmetic surgery and stuff like that. I'm not sure, but if you have to seek medical attention in Thailand, then you're allowed to come in as well. The other people who are allowed to come in are experts invited by the government. There's also permanent residents as well, and also elite visa holders. No, I don't really like to talk about elite visa holders in this channel, because this is for the elite. I don't know if my audience is the elite. I don't know if elite people watch YouTube. They probably, I mean, if you're watching YouTube, you're probably doing research for how to get to Thailand. These people probably have people researching for them to just tell them what to do, or maybe just apply for their visas. I don't know. These are like extremely rich people. An elite visa is about 800,000 baht. I think it lasts for 5 years, but still, 800,000 baht. That's like 2.4 million Kenyan shillings. Are you gonna put that on a visa? This is not for your regular people, you know? So anyways, those are also the people that are allowed to come in. And also, you can come into Thailand using a tourist visa, and this is going to be 60 days long. Now, before you get excited about this tourist visa, please know that for you to come in, you're going to be required to have show money of worth 500,000 Thai baht. I don't know if you're allowed to, I don't know if you're even allowed to travel with that in hard cash. You probably are going to have to show this in soft copy, though. The last time we heard of a lady that had troubles trying to transit from Thailand to Cambodia, she couldn't go through because she didn't have hard cash. I'm not too sure about this, but all I know is you need to have show money worth 500,000 baht. okay? And together with that, before you travel, you'd be required to go to the Thai embassy in your country of origin or the country you're embarking from to get a certificate of entry. All right, now before you get the certificate of entry, you will need to provide a health insurance that's worth $100,000 guys. $100,000. Again, I don't want to make my audience feel like they don't have this. Some of you probably have this. I know most of you probably have $100,000, but is it money that you have that you can spare on health insurance? Really? I don't know. Because if you're watching my channel, if you want to come to the work in Thailand, you're probably looking for greener pastures, or you're looking to, I don't know, a new life or something like that. And I feel like you're not going to spend $100,000 on health insurance, you know. And on top of that, you're going to have to show that 500,000 Thai baht, which is roughly 1.8 million Kenyan shillings on show money. It's a lot. It's a lot to provide to come in with a tourist visa, you know. On top of that, there's also the certificate that you need to get. It's called Fit to Travel, an ambulance. Sorry. You also have to get a certificate of Fit to Travel, which should not be longer than 72 hours before you travel. Okay, so you need to provide that, and I believe this, you also have to pay for that. And on top of that, you also need health insurance that is separate from the corona insurance. So it will be too expensive, it will be too costly. Yes, some people can afford this, but if you're someone who's coming to Thailand to look for a job, I don't think this would be the right time to do it, you know. Just wait, let's wait for this restrictions to go down, you know, for them to ease a little bit, you know. And I'm not, you know, like, I know most of us in our heads would think 1st of January everything is gonna be fine, we're gonna go back to normal, it's gonna be like, I don't know, 2019 all over again. But this is not gonna happen, you know. This is not the right time to plan on coming to Thailand, things like that, not unless you are a diplomat or your husband or whoever is a diplomat. But coming to look for a job in Thailand right now is not very advisable. There's just a whole lot that you need to prepare, okay? And on top of that, you are going to be quarantined for 14 days at a state quarantine facility. Again, you have to pay for this for yourself. Okay, it's just too much. The other thing is, you will be required to undergo another COVID test when you get here. Again, who do you think this is going to be on? It's going to be on you. So I don't think this would be the right time to travel, because, as I said, not everyone is lucky to come to Thailand and get a job. No, okay, because you have to come here using a tourist visa, and I've already spoken about all that you need to get for your tourist visa. Then you come here, then you start looking for a job. Though right now there are so many jobs, ready jobs, because some people traveled back home and they're stranded, they cannot come back, so there are those vacancies, you know. There are not so many people coming in, so schools are looking for teachers and stuff. Yes, there are jobs available, but all you have to put together to travel here just is too much. Okay, so for now, I'm gonna put a pause on this series on working in Thailand, but you are welcome to ask me any questions. You can connect with me on Instagram at Nancy Pansy. Or you can just write Nancy Obonyo, it will come up. Or you can look for me on Facebook as Nancy Obonyo, and I try my best to get back to you. Just ask those questions, okay? Strictly those questions about working in Thailand. Don't ask me about myself. I'm shy to talk about myself. Anyways, that's all I wanted to come speak today. Be sure to come back to see other stuff related to Thailand. Now I'm going back to discovering Bangkok and discovering Thailand and stuff like that, rather than telling you guys how to get here, because, as I said, I don't think this is the right time. But this is not to say that I will not be talking about this anymore. I'll just be putting a pause on it, and once everything is back to semi-normal, because I don't know if anyone at this point believes that everything will just go back to normal, you know. Once everything is semi-normal, we'll go back to this series, all right? that's all I had for today. I hope you found this informative or it was helpful in a way. Be sure to come back so that I can show you what Bangkok or Thailand has to offer. All right, thank you so much for coming back, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.